Hello and namaste. Today I'll show you how to make rice wine at home in a week. This is a very popular alcoholic beverage in Nepal. Everybody enjoys it. It's sweet to taste and gives a little kick. Let me show you a simple way to make this popular beverage. You need just two ingredients to make rice wine: yeast and white rice. I'm using 4 cups of starchy white rice. Fill the bowl with water. And rinse the rice one time. You do not have to soak the rice in water. Rice is now ready to cook. I'm using rice cooker to cook this rice. You can also cook the rice in any other utensil as you please. Add water to the rice up to the first fold of your finger. That will give you a perfect rice when it's ready. Select white rice setting to cook it to perfection. Rice is ready. I'm using baking pan to cool off the rice. It is very important to cool off the rice completely before we move on to the next step. Make sure please do not put the rice in the freezer or the fridge to cool it off. It will create a layer of moisture on the rice. You don't want to do that. Do not put the rice in the freezer or the fridge to cool it off. It took about an hour to cool down completely. Once the rice cools down completely, now let's move on to the next step. The next step is to grind the yeast. Use half a tablespoon of ground yeast for every cup of rice. I am using 2 full tablespoons of ground yeast for 4 cups of rice. Now gently mix the rice in the yeast. Don't mash the rice, just mix it gently. You can either use spatula to mix the rice, or you can also use your hand to mix it. Gently mix it with your fingers. Do not mash the rice. Take a stock pot or a container that's deep enough. Use a stock pot that's big enough to hold twice as much rice. Transfer the rice in the stock pot gently. Do not press it down. Give it a good shake and cover it. Get a blanket. I'm using a thin fleece blanket. You can also use quilt or big beach towel to do this. So wrap up the container nicely. It doesn't have to be airtight. Keep this container in a dark, warm place for 7 days. So I am using a conventional oven to keep this for a week. Let's see how it looks like after one whole week. Take the container out of the oven. Unwrap the container and let's see how it looks like today. Rice has fermented perfectly. It has changed color a little bit. It's a little bit yellowish in color. Make a well in the middle. Add filtered water. So I am using half a gallon of water for 4 cups of rice. Cover it with a lid and put it back in the oven or the dark place that you've stored. Now this time you do not have to wrap it with a blanket. This rice wine is almost ready. So this is day 8. Take it out of the oven. Rice wine is ready. Now all you need to do is take a big strainer and start filtering and pour it in a jar. You can pour it in a pitcher like shown in the video and put it in the fridge for a few hours before you serve it. Or you can also take an airtight bottle and store it for you to use it the next day or whenever you please. It tastes very sweet and smells pungent. Put it in the fridge for a few hours before you serve it. Traditionally, rice wine is served in a bowl. You can also serve rice wine in a wine glass or a beer glass. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.